Welcome. Do note that your settings may differ from mine. I have the default settings, which also has at the top right of the screen the tutorial for the controls. First things first, pushing up on the D-pad, as you can see, calls your mount called the secret. Now you're going to notice in this game something a little bit bizarre, that your mount can sometimes just go completely hog wild. So go ahead and fully squeeze the right trigger button. Okay? It tells you at the top right. That's to stop. Squeezing it is stop. Tapping it is slowing down. Squeezing this is sprinting. Tapping it is going just a little bit faster. So now I can still use the left analog stick to push forward and move my mount. And as I tap this button, he goes a bit faster. Tap it again, goes really fast. Tap this button, I go a little bit slower. Tap it again, I go even slower. And then if I tap it again, completely stops. Okay? So this is normally your gas button in racing games, or your shoot button. This is your stop button. The one right above it, closer to you, okay, it's actually your gas button, if you will. Now, if we use the left trigger, normally used to brake or aim in other games, you'll bring up the reticle and now hit your button prompt, either B on an Xbox or circle on a PlayStation, or whatever it'll tell you on a keyboard, and look at that. Boom, now you can loot. So that's really neat. To get off your mount, well, it tells you at the top right, just hit X. Okay. Push up on the D-pad to get on. However you left your mount is how he'll behave when you get back on. So I got off when he wasn't moving, so I got on and he's not moving. Here's one of the coolest features, something that used to drive me absolutely insane about the game because of the verticality, up, down, around this mountain, down in that hole. And I could never keep track of enemies that I was following. If you bring up your map, which I tap the touch pad on my controller to bring up the map, so whatever that is for you if you're on a different platform. Let's say we want to follow this guy. Look at the bottom left of the screen where it says set waypoint. Push down on the right analog stick. And it will send your mount automatically in the perfect path to get to your target. Doesn't matter if they're up, down, you're just going to find it. Oh, but you want to slow down completely. Squeeze it. If you want to resume, technically, you could push up on the D-pad, as that'll do the whole auto thing. Or, for me, it's just easier. You just hold down this to break him, and then this to advance him back to your destination that you have selected. It is absolutely mind-blowing. He'll automatically climb mountains. He'll do whatever he has to do to get to your location. This, to me, is absolutely game-changing. I love it. I'm in love with that quality of life. I say quality of life because, see, you could still move out of the way if you want. See? Loot stuff. Go back to your target. And there he is. Right there. So I didn't want to make this video too long. Again, I'm going to go stop here. Do this. I'm going to fast travel back to base camp. I was having a little bit of a hard time in the beginning. I really wish to this moment that they still had a way for you to completely disengage the whole auto bullshit. It does throw me off a little bit. I just wish that if you let go of the stick, that's it. Your mount stops moving. But that's just not the way it works in this game. I looked through the settings. It doesn't appear as though you could turn it off. Okay? And then naturally, if you bring up your map and you go back to your target that you had enabled, you could zoom in. There. You'll remove it. So yeah, that's just absolutely incredible. Even that, I don't think you could do that before. In Monster Hunter Rise, you had to actually like ride next to the herb, and then you would hit like a circle or B to loot it. Now that actually does still work, but because your mount is a little bit different, like I said, it's Definitely something that might take a few moments to get used to, but I am definitely enjoying the game so far. And from what I have seen, my only complaint really is maybe the FPS. I don't feel like it's rock solid 60. But I've been playing for a couple of hours, and I don't even think I've lost a single frame. I've played online, I did co-op, and it's pretty good. So there you have it. Thumbs up as always if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and trying to make me more relevant in the search results. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it, and I will break that thing off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe if I'm lucky, I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.